Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. We have a little bit of a mixed bag of a video today. I really want to talk to you guys about questions I've been receiving about the difference between a toner in skincare and an essence. It's a very simple difference, but I wanted to address it today and talk to you about some of my favorite toners and essences. But I do want to frame this video around the fact that, of course, Pat McGrath has released a brand new essence that I have been using for quite a few days now. I wanted to put it to the test and not just do you can't really do a kind of a first impression with skincare. So I wanted to at least play with it for, a better part of a week before we discussed it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to tell you my favorites. Perhaps I'm appointing myself here, but essences and toners are actually my favorite part of skincare, honestly, more than moisturizers. Moisturizers can get a bit too much for my skin and end up making me break out, but I have really good luck with essence and with toners, and I use them both daily, and I've tried pretty much all of them. So I'm going to give you here my favorites and tell you where this new Pat McGrath product kind of fits in with it all. So let's talk about the Pat McGrath product first, as that is the newest one. This probably wins the award for the longest name of any essence. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Divine Skin Rose 001. The Essence. It is a biphase Korean formula. Biphase, exactly as it sounds. As you see, I'm holding it gently so it wouldn't mix itself. We have a rose water here and a milky emulsion here. And of course, before you use it, you could shake it or just do this. And of course, it becomes one. Allergy alert, of course, to those of you who have allergies to roses. Rose water definitely calms and rebalances, but for some of you, it's going to cause problems. So do an allergy check first, please. Okay, the purpose of this is really luminous skin for all skin types. And Pat McGrath says it's her backstage secret. Kind of like what we used to hear and still hear really, from Charlotte Tilbury with her magic cream. She said that she used to make it up and carry it with her to all of her backstage work, and the models would beg her to put a little bit in a jar for them. Well, Pat McGrath is claiming much the same here, that this is what she uses to boost the moisture on models and also to make all skincare more effective. Now, the difference, we're going to talk more about it as we get into the difference between a toner and an essence, but the way Pat McGrath suggests that you use this is in the morning and the night, right on a very, very completely clean face before any other skincare. But you can also put it on top of makeup, which we'll try in a moment, just to kind of boost the moisture and the kind of dewy look, okay? So here is me just this morning, actually, putting it onto my completely clean, just showered skin. It is the first step. Well, we haven't talked about toner yet, but if you do not use a toner, this is going to be the very first step on completely clean skin. And what I have found with this is a few things. First of all, I find it gives more moisture than my other favorite essences. And I have tried almost every essence out there. I have two favorites, which perhaps will not surprise you. My two favorite essences are the SK2, this is an empty bottle, and the Tatcha Essence. The Tatcha Essence, this is almost gone. I don't know if it shows here. Almost gone. So it's probably just as well that this has come into my life. This one's almost out. And these are my absolute favorite, and I use them every single morning on just cleaned skin. Now, the difference I'm finding, and we're going to try this over makeup, is that these two, when I put them on to clean skin, my skin instantly just looks tighter, my pores look tighter, and my skin just looks nicer and smoother. And then I kind of forget about it. For me, these two products are equal. I love them both the same. They can be pricey, but they are equal, and they really feel to me like skincare. The Tatcha will run anywhere between $65 and $105. And the SK2 is anywhere from $99 to $300. And this one uses they found out with the SK2 that the sake makers in Japan would have their hands in it all day, and their faces were aging, but not their hands. And that's, they claim, what they got in here too. And Tatcha uses materials sourced from Japanese sources as well for their essence. I love both of these the same, and they're both kind of pricey, to be honest. But the Pat McGrath is a little bit different. All three of these are put on with hands, as you saw me doing in the video. We're going to talk about toner. That you need a pad for, and we'll talk about the difference in a moment. But let's just talk about this one first. Whereas I said that these, my other two favorites, are to me truly skincare. I just feel like my skin looks so much better after they're on. And then when I go put on makeup, I moisturize and I put on makeup. This is interesting. For me, this has been taking the place of moisturizer and it's become almost like a primer in my makeup routine. And let me tell you what I've noticed with this. I've noticed softer, more supple skin. Yes, other skincare goes on better, but I'm also noticing when I use it in the morning, my makeup is going on smoother. There are times, and this is a skincare thing, there are times that my foundation will almost, I don't know what a better way to describe it, but will almost pixelate on my skin. Have you ever had this happen? You kind of look in, you can kind of see it kind of sitting on the skin. This is usually because something we've used in cleansing has stripped the skin a little bit, frankly. And when I put this on first, I never have that issue. Everything is smoother and softer. I do not use this 2 times a day though, because for my normal skin, this can actually moisturize it too much. So I've been wearing this in place of my normal essence in the morning when I want to have a really good makeup day. I haven't been using it every day. I consider this a makeup skincare hybrid, and when I use it, I don't use a primer. And I kind of just put this on, maybe some sunscreen over, and then I go ahead and I put my makeup on. And I've really, really liked it. My skin is right now so supple and soft, but it feels like if I used it a little more, it might go oily. So it feels like this is, I don't know if you have oily skin, if this would be the best. Let's try it. This is going to be a first impression. Let's try it over a made-up face. Of course, I have my makeup on. I'm wearing the Say Skin Tint with this on underneath, and it just makes for a very smooth application. It is not really scented. You think it would smell like rose because of rose oil, but it really isn't. It is a milky emulsion like I showed you in the video on my hand, and you can see it there dripping down my hand. And let's just try kind of patting it on over a made-up face and see what happens. Definitely, I already feel like I'm refreshed. There is no burning, there is no scent. I have not had any reaction. I've given this a nice amount of days to make sure. The only thing I do find is that my skin is very moisturized. I feel, and you can comment below, that if you have oily skin, it might be a little too much. Well, can you see a difference? I actually can. I'm just looking in the viewfinder. I didn't bring my mirror over today. But I do feel like it's kind of refreshed my makeup, which has been on for quite a few hours. So I think this is a great product. For me, I'm not sure that it will replace my beloved Tatcha or SK2. Those are my 2 favorites, and I've tried so many. These just feel so much like skincare, and this really feels like it's part and parcel to a makeup routine. Kind of like, I compared it earlier in a way to Charlotte Tilbury, and I kind of think that is a moisturizer that kind of works as a primer for makeup, the same way this is almost a sort of moisture for a primer. There's a lot of suspicion. Also, sticking with the comparison of Charlotte Tilbury and Pat McGrath, there's often a lot of suspicion for someone like those 2 makeup artists I named getting into skincare. So when they get into skincare and it has makeup values to it, I think it works better for them. And that is definitely how I see this product. Okay, let's talk a little bit about toner and about the difference. So my favorite toner, and the only one I've ever found that I love, and I'm sorry, it is another pricey one, is the Mer Toner. This is $95 for this size. I always wait for a sale and stock up on it, and I absolutely love it. So what is the difference? Because so many people ask me if we just go skincare to skincare here. A toner is much more of something involved in the cleaning process. So rather than a first step before skincare, think of it as a last step in skin cleaning. It's actually part of the cleanser. And toners have, of course, come a long way. Oh, if you're of a certain generation, do you remember Sea Breeze and all of those things that stripped our skin? This pH balances and cleans. And this one is nothing you apply with your hands. This goes on with a cotton pad. And I have, and I absolutely love, recommended to me absolutely forever ago by community member Veronica. I have the Glow Recipe reusable cotton pads. You get like, I just wash them, and for $12 you get 7 of them. I bought 14, and I just use them, toss them in the little net bag that they come with, and then I just wash them, and they're amazing. So I can just reuse them, wash them, reuse them. And this is more, think of any toner like the last step in your cleansing routine rather than the first step in your makeup routine. So then what in the world, if this is a cleanser that pH balances or part of a cleansing routine, then what in the world does an essence do? An essence is much more of skincare. Whereas a toner is cleansing, this is much more skincare. This is something that's going to target fine lines and hydrate, and this is one that you apply with hands. So which one should you get? Well, if you're going to do a toner after you wash, I love the La Mer. I do know that you have to remortgage the house and sell all of your belongings to afford it, but it does last a long time. And in terms of essence, my 2 favorite essences are still these, but this really works wonders with makeup, especially if you have normal to dry skin. If you have an oilier complexion, I would love to hear you comment below about your thoughts with it. Again, though it has no rose scent, we know it contains rose oil, so do watch out if that is an allergy trigger to you. I just did my allergy alert video the other day, so it's definitely still on my mind. I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think by me freshening up my makeup with it? I really like that. I would never use these 2 essences to freshen up makeup. Maybe I could, but it would just never occur to me. This is just a much creamier, different type of essence. It's its own category and probably needs its own name, frankly. All right, let me know your thoughts below. Did you try this? I got it a little later than everyone. You know my issues with McGrath shipping, but I'm very glad I did. This definitely fits in more to my makeup routine than it will ever to my skincare routine. But I do love it. So let me know your thoughts, please. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or was helpful. Ask any questions below. I'm happy to answer those. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that I can see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.